Ja, nu hoor ik mezelf ook. Dat scheelt. Dus ik ben gewoon een beetje aan het praten. Hey, just to test the sound. Hello Rosie, welcome. See you. Oops. Rosie's here. Heb je nog gehoord? Heb je nog meer? Heb je nog meer? Ik kan gewoon wel blijven praten. Eén, 2, 3, test. 1, 2, 3, test. zijn zover. So, I think it's 6 o'clock, so we're ready to start. Welcome everybody. Welcome people in the studio. Welcome people at home. My name is Norman. Welcome to Swaha. I'm covering today for Patrick. I'm not sure where Patrick is. Okay. Yeah, we have a lot to do because tomorrow the studios are opening again. So I'm sure there's a lot of things to do before that. We'll still be streaming these classes from this studio, Jordan, but people are welcome to actually join the studio. So let's see if we can just first relax the mind a little bit. If you're not sitting yet on something at home, find something to sit on, like a block, a pillow. And see if we can start with working on some of that mind stuff, because that's when yoga happens, right? When the mind stuff is becoming more quiet, then you're doing yoga. It's sort of a loose translation here, but I'm sure you all know what I mean. So take a moment, take a few breaths to arrive at whatever spot you're sitting in your living room, your bedroom, wherever you are. Maybe bringing your awareness inward, your attention inward. Becoming aware, maybe, again, of the breath. We're always breathing, but we're not always aware of it. So see if you can feel the breath moving. With every exhale, maybe lowering down a little bit more on your block, your pillow. With every inhale, maybe lengthening some more from the lower back, creating space in the spine, sitting up straight, directing the crown of the head towards the ceiling, tucking the chin in slightly, elongating the neck, relax the shoulders, relax the face, and then join the hands together in front of the heart. I'll start this class as we always do here at Swaha, with chanting 3 times Om. Exhale deeply first. Take a big inhale. Take another deep inhale. And one more deep inhale, fill up the chest. Harmonizing here. Gently bowing down the head towards your hands, towards the heart space. Take a moment to dedicate your practice. Dedicate it to someone that could use a little extra right now, some extra support, attention. And also make this a practice in compassion. So when you're done with your dedication, gently lift back up the head. Rest the hands back onto your knees or upper legs and sit quietly for a moment. So it's the last day of the month, the last day we talk about Guru here at SWA. So I'm sure most of you have heard by now that the Guru is the remover of darkness. The syllable Gu meaning darkness, the syllable Ru, he who dispels the darkness. And you could also call darkness ignorance, or you could call the Guru the one who points the way. There are several ways to translate Guru really, but let's not make this into a linguistic class. Let's talk about, actually I would like to talk about my Guru for a moment. My Guru is Chips. Chips is a girl, and she is 12 weeks old almost, yes. People are guessing it here already, and I've had her for only almost 3 weeks in the house now, and she's this adorable, gorgeous, three-color cat, red, black and white. And she really is becoming my Guru in a way. You can see a Guru in many things, mostly in how a cat, I'm sure most of you had pets. There's a pet here right now. People who have pets or have had a pet at some point in their life know what I'm talking about. A pet, let's talk about Chips in particular. She's really in the moment every single time of the day. She focuses on something. If she needs something, she gets it. If she's hungry, she eats. If she is sleepy, which is a lot of the times at the moment, she sleeps. And when she's done with whatever she's doing, she focuses on something else and gives her full attention to that. And also, everything she does with such joy and such curiosity, such pleasure. She enjoys everything she does. And even the game she's played now for 100 times maybe in these past weeks, she still does it with the same curiosity and passion, and that's really something we can learn from going through our things, the things we have to do daily, that you can see, find some new curiosity in that. She's fearless. Maybe that doesn't go for all cats, but this cat's pretty fearless. But at the same time, I've noticed that she is very aware of what she's doing, where her boundaries are. So she has this instinct of not going too far. Sometimes I really have to cover my eyes when I see her jumping from something or climbing on something. If it really goes bad, then I have to intervene. But sometimes I think, yeah, she has to learn herself as well what her limits are. But she never really goes too far. And this fearlessness I find very inspiring. And when she falls, which is almost all of the time, she just gets up and gets on with it. She doesn't think, I fell, I'm a terrible cat now. I'm a horrible cat, I will never learn. She just gets up, jumps again, and falls again. And she doesn't go like, oh, I fell again, I cannot jump, I cannot land on anything. I will always be a failure for the rest of my life. No, she just gets up, jumps again, and maybe falls again. So that's something we can learn from, right? Because we as humans, we are so trained in a way to think of successes and failures. And if you make a mistake, something terrible will happen to us. If we fail, we might never be able to learn. But as I was watching Chips today, I was thinking, how do we ever know what's a success or what's failure in the bigger picture? Maybe your biggest failure turns out to be your biggest success. Because it's almost always in the mistakes, in the failures, maybe if we call it that for now. This is where we learn, and where there is space to grow, space to learn, to develop, to become more fuller, rounder human being. And that's really what we're here on this earth for, right? So let's not be so afraid of falling, of failing. Making mistakes shows us about our place in the world, shows us something about ourselves and our relationships to others. Let's embrace them, own them, take responsibility for them. If you have to apologize to someone for making this mistake, just do so and then move on to make some more mistakes. So, really, a guru you can find in a lot of things. That's really what I'm trying to say with this story. about chips. And anything that removes the darkness, anything that lifts a veil and shows something that you didn't know was there, something that was hidden, can be a guru. So let's chant to that now for a moment. Let's chant from the unreal to the real, lead us. From the darkness to the light, lead us. From death to immortality, lead us. Asatoma satkamaya, tamasoma jyotirgamaya, mrityurma amritam gamaya. Let's start with Om. Actually, let's start with a big exhale. Excuse me. Exhale. And a deep inhale. Asatoma sadgamaya tamasoma jyotirgamaya mrityurma amritam gamaya asatoma sadgamaya tamasoma jyotirgamaya mrityurma amritam gamaya. One more time. Asatoma sadgamaya tamasoma jyotirgamaya mrityurma amritam gamaya. One more thing about darkness and light. You are walking along a path at night, surrounded by a thick fog. But you have a powerful flashlight that cuts through the fog and creates a narrow, clear space in front of you. The fog is your life situation, which includes past and future. The flashlight is your conscious presence. The clear space is the now. The now, that's where we really want to be. The now is where we live our life, not in the past, not in the future, but the now. So now, let's open up our eyes. Come off our blocks if you're still sitting on one. Maybe shaking out the legs. Let me remove this. Listen to the rain on the roof. And then see if we can start by opening up the front of the body. Bring the feet flat on the mat, bend your knees, your hands under your shoulders, fingers facing forwards. On an inhale, straighten the arms, lift the chest. And an exhale, lift the hips. And on an exhale, coming back down again. Let's do this a few times, moving up and down. So sit on your sitting bones. Inhale, exhale, coming back up. One more time, coming back down. One more time, coming back up and stay there. Pulling the belly in, lifting the hips high, bring the head back, relax the neck. So you can relax your hamstrings. Inhale. Exhale, maybe coming to a maximum for now. And then bring your head back up, your hips back to the floor. And turn your hands around, fingers facing backwards. And lift your sitting bones up so you can open the shoulders a little bit more. Maybe walk your feet a little bit more forward. Maybe wiggle your sitting bones a little bit more forward. Feel how it's opening up your shoulders. Don't go too far. Maybe even straighten out your legs. And just sit here for a moment. Maybe pulling the belly a little bit more in. Maybe lifting the chest while you do that. Feel this opening from the shoulders. I've worked in the dance world for quite some years. I was never a dancer myself, but I was a director and I worked with dancers. And the mantra there was, if you're not in pain, you're not doing it right. With yoga we want to do the reverse, right? So if you're in pain, you're not doing it right. So maybe you want to breathe a little bit deeper into it. Maybe bring your sitting bones a little bit more back. See if you can relax into the pose. Take one more deep breath here. Exhale. And slowly bring yourself out of the pose. Bending the knees. And crossing the ankles. Rolling over the shins and come to hands and knees. Bring your knees under your hips, your hands under your shoulders. Spread the fingers wide. Press the hands firmly into the mat. See if we can do a little bit more opening here. Bring the left leg back, lift it up, point the toes down. Bring the left hip a little bit more down as well so your hips stay in line. Straighten out the right arm. Then bend the left leg and bring your right arm back and hold the inside of your left ankle. Lift up the leg, lift up your foot, and on inhale also lift up the chest. And on exhale, looking over that right shoulder. Staying here for a few breaths, inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling, maybe coming to a mild maximum. And exhale, bring your knee back down. Your hand back on your shoulder. Going for the other side. Straighten the right leg. Bring your right hip down. Bring the left arm forward. Bend right knee. And bring your left hand back. Hold the inside of the right ankle. Lift up the leg. Inhale, lift the chest as well. And exhale, looking over that left shoulder. See if you can flex the foot a little bit more. Pushing the toes away. Bring the sole of the foot a little bit higher. Take another deep inhale here. And exhale, letting go. Bring your hands under your shoulder. Maybe connecting with your ujjayi breathing. Feeling this, hearing this ocean breath in the back of your throat. And coming to a downward facing dog. Tucking your toes under. Lifting up the sitting bones. Bringing the heels in the direction of the mat. Pressing away from your hands. Stretching out. Listening to the sound of your own ujjayi breathing. Taking a moment to walk the dog if you like. Bending one knee deeply. Bring the heel of the other foot all the way to the mat. Alternating, following the movement of the breath. On your next exhale, come to a quiet dog. Stay there for a few breaths. Inhaling deeply. Exhaling. Inhaling, maybe making some more space for the shoulders. Exhaling. One more deep inhale, maybe lifting the sitting bones up a little bit more. Bring the heels a little bit more towards the mat. Exhale. And on your next inhale, slowly bring the shoulders forward for a high push-up plank. Pushing the heels back, exhale, lower the body all the way down. Forehead to the mat, pointing the toes. Inhale, bring your chest forward and up, or cobra. Exhale, bring your forehead back to the mat. Let's do another cobra. Inhale, bring your chest forward and up. Keep the neck in line with the spine. Exhale, forehead back to the mat. One more time. Inhale, cobra, lifting the chest. Now lift up your hands as well. Can you stay where you are? without using the hands. Really using the back, bring the chest a little bit more forward maybe. Exhale, forehead back on the mat. Inhale, back to hands and knees. And exhale, back to downward facing dog. Take a deep breath here. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. One more time. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Then bend the knees and walk your feet forward to the front of the mat. Small steps, take your time. Bring your feet hip width. And bring your arms back, interlace your fingers behind you. Straighten the arms. Rolling the shoulders back. And on an exhale, start to straighten your legs as well. Uttanasana. You dance forward. Inhaling. Exhaling. Bringing the weight to the middle of the foot, the middle of the feet. Still relaxing the toes. Maybe lift them up, spread them wide, slowly bring them back down. Take one more deep inhale to lengthen. Exhale to fold a little bit deeper. Then releasing the hands, releasing the arms, bending the knees deeply and shaking out. Shake out the legs. Shake out the head and neck, the arms, the shoulders, the face. Flutter the lips if you like. Especially if you're at home and nobody can hear you, make some noise. And with the knees deeply bent, slowly start to roll yourself up. Chin to the chest. Head up last. And bring the big toes together. Heels apart. Rolling the shoulders back. Hands in front of the heart. Getting ready for some Surya Namaskar. Exhale here. Inhale, hook the thumbs. Exhale, bend the knees. And inhale, scoop up, creating length. Exhale, folding forward and down. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, step the right foot back. Straighten that back leg, come high in the fingertips. And exhale, step the left foot back. Downward facing dog. Taking 5 breaths here. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling deeply. Exhaling. Keep spreading your fingers wide on the mat. Pressing your hands into the mat. Exhale. Inhaling. Lifting up the sitting bones. Exhale, maybe directing the chest a little bit closer to the upper legs. One more deep inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, bring the shoulders forward for a high push-up plank. Exhale, lower the body all the way down. Inhale, Bhujangasana Cobra, lifting the chest. And exhale, forehead back on it. Inhale, hands and knees. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, bring the right leg high. Step the right foot between the hands. The left foot follows. Lift the chest on an inhale and exhale, falling down. Bend the knees, hook the thumbs, scooping up, lengthening. And exhale, hands in front of the heart. Inhale, hook thumbs. Exhale, bend the knees and inhale, scoop up. Exhale, falling forward. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, step the left foot back. Straighten that back leg, come high in the fingertips. Exhale, right foot back. Downward facing dog. Again, 5 breaths here. Inhaling. And exhaling. Inhaling deeply. And exhaling. Feel that with every inhale you can create some more space. Exhale to lengthen out some more. Inhaling. And exhaling. One more deep inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, shoulders forward for high push-up plank. Exhale, lowering the body all the way down. Inhale, lift the chest for cobra, pressing the feet into the mat. And exhale, forehead back on the mat. Inhale, hands and knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, bring the left leg high. Step the left foot between the hands. Right foot follows. Lift the chest on an inhale And exhale, falling down. Bend the knees, hook thumbs, scooping up. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. Spread your arms on your next inhale. Make a big circle, look up. Exhale, dive down. Inhale, lift your chest. And exhale, step the right foot back and the left foot back. Downward facing dog. A few breaths here, inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling deeply. Exhaling. Take another deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale, bring the right leg high. Step the right foot between the hands, hip width. Keep the back leg strong on inhale, coming up. Anjaneyasana, straightening out the arms. Exhale, maybe coming a little bit deeper into that right hip. Inhale, straightening the arms some more. Exhale, lowering the shoulders. Pressing the back foot back, the heel of the back foot, the ball of the front foot more firmly into the mat to keep the balance. Take another deep inhale. And exhale, hands back to the mat. And step to downward facing dog. Inhale, bring the shoulders forward for a high push-up plank. Exhale, low plank just above the mat. Bring the chest forward and up for upward facing dog. And back to downward facing dog. Very nice, ladies. Inhale, other side, left leg coming up. Step the left foot between the hands. Straighten that back leg and coming up on inhale. Anjaneyasana. The front knee right over that front ankle. The back heel pushing away again. Arms up. A little beside the ears. Shoulders are low. Take another deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale, bring the hands back to the mat. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, high push-up plank, vinyasa. Exhale, lower the body down just above the mat. Inhale, upward facing dog. Keeping your arms strong, exhale, downward facing dog. And bend your knees, look at your hands. Step or jump forward. Straighten the legs, lift the chest on an inhale. And exhale, folding down. On an inhale, coming up with straight legs, spreading the arms wide, looking up. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. Let's do another round. Inhale, spreading wide. Exhale, diving down. Inhale, lift your chest. And exhale, see if you can jump to a low plank. Otherwise, step to a downward facing dog. Go through a vinyasa. Upward facing dog on an inhale. And downward facing dog on an exhale. Take another inhale here. Exhale. Let's do one more. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, bring the right leg up. Step the right foot between the hands. The left knee comes down to the floor. The foot are pointing back. Foot's pointing back. Bring your hand on your front knee, slowly coming up. And see if you can come a little bit more forward with that right hip. So also your right knee is coming more forward. Interlace the fingers, except the index fingers, lifting them up. Inhale, lifting the chest up as well. And exhale, see if you can bring the arms back. Your fingers pointing to the back of the room. Crescent moon. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhale, see if you can lift the entire rib cage. Exhale, coming a little bit back. And inhale, bring your hands back to the mat. Tuck the toes of the left foot under and step back to a downward facing dog. Take a breath here. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Going for the other side. Left leg coming up. Step the left foot between the hands. Right knee comes to the mat. Toes are pointing back. Hands on your front knee. Coming up the upper body. And slowly coming forward with the left hip. Interlace your fingers again, maybe the other way now. The other pinky under. Lifting the arms. Inhale, lifting the chest. And exhale. Arching back. Inhaling. And exhaling. Keeping that front foot firmly into the mat. Use the ball of the front foot to keep the balance. Inhale, lifting the rib cage. Exhale, coming to a maximum. Don't push it. Inhale, bring the hands back to the mat. And step to downward facing dog. Go for another vinyasa. Inhale, shoulders forward. High push-up plank. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Take another breath here, inhaling and exhaling. One more deep inhale and exhale. And slowly take a child's pose. Bend your knees, bring your knees as wide as the mat. Big toes touching. Bring your sitting bones towards the heels. And slowly bring the upper body to the floor. Maybe your forehead to the floor. Maybe your arms stretched out in front of you. Maybe all the way to the back. Feel what works for you, for your body, right now, at this very moment. Close your eyes if you like. And connect with the breath. Maybe you've been connected to the breath the whole time. Maybe you sort of lost the breath along the way somewhere. It's totally fine. It happens to the best of us. See if you can find your breath again. Allow it to slow down.
Chandrasekhara, 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 pahi mam.
Allowing your thoughts to slow down as well. Child's pose can be a very nice resting pose, or just a pose to take a break in between two Surya, Surya A, Surya B. Maybe you think, I don't need a child's pose yet. Just use that time to reconnect. Reconnect maybe with the reason you stepped on the mat in the first place. Maybe reconnect with the dedication you made earlier. Or just maybe reconnecting with your inner guru. Take a few more breaths here.
Chandrasekhara, 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 pahi mam. Chandrasekhara, 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 Rakshama. Chandrasekhara, Chandrasekhara,
Take one last deep exhale. And use your next inhale to bring your hands under your shoulders. Slowly push yourself up, roll yourself up your chin to the chest, bring the head up last. And then slowly walk your hands forward to the top of the mat. Bring your knees back under the hips. Spread the fingers wide. And tuck the toes under. And come back to a downward facing dog. Take another good stretch here. Maybe noticing the difference between this downward dog and the very first one of this class. Maybe already feeling some more space in the body. Take one last exhale. Then bend the knees again and slowly walk forwards to the top of the mat. Small steps, take your time. Keep your feet hip width, bend the knees, and shake out your upper body again. You shake out the legs as well. Out what you need to shake out. Let go, use the breath. Relax the face, flutter the lips. And then with the knees deeply bent. Again, slowly start to roll yourself up. And come to stand. And step one foot back so we're all facing the puja here. I will just do it this way so I don't have to stand with my back to the camera. The toes are turned in. Heels are turned out. The legs are straight. Lifting up the kneecaps, bring your hands into the hips. Inhale, bring your chest forward. And up. Exhale, folding forward halfway with a straight back. Inhale, interlace the fingers behind you, roll the shoulders back, straighten your arms, lengthening. And exhale, slowly bring the crown of the head towards the mat. Bring your arms over the head. To the puja if you're here in this room. Otherwise, in front of the room where you are right now. Prasarita Paratonasana. Inhaling and exhaling. See if you can press the outsides of the feet a little bit more actively into the mat. Maybe lifting the inner arches of the feet some more. Really engaging the insides of the legs. Take another deep inhale, maybe lengthen out some more. And exhale, maybe coming a little bit lower, a little bit deeper. Then bring your hands on your hips. Pressing the feet firmly into the floor, coming up on an inhale in one movement. And then either step or jump the feet together. And come to the front of the mat. And maybe you want to use a block for this next one. If you have a block placed on the outside of your right foot, bring your hands into the hips and step the left foot back. Your left heel is in line with your right heel. The left foot is turned in. Bring your upper body forward. See if you can bring your right hip a little bit more back. Bring your right hand on your right bum. Bring your left arm up, lengthening. And exhale, reaching forward, flat back again. Inhale, make some more space here. And then bring your left hand on the block beside your foot. Bring the left shoulder over the right ankle. Bring your right shoulder up to the ceiling. And straighten out that right arm as well, looking up. Parivrtta, Trikonasana. Revolve triangle pose. That's some very nice triangles here. Maria, Rachel, maybe you can both lengthen your arms some more. Bring your hands a little bit more towards the wall in front of you. So that's the right arm. Inhaling and exhaling. Take another deep inhale here to lengthen. And exhale, looking down. Bring your left hand forward, making this windmill movement. And then bring your weight into the right foot. Pay attention and catch your left ankle in your hand. Bring your right arm up. And start to lift up that left leg. And coming forward for dancer pose. Few breaths here, keeping the foot firmly into the mat. Inhaling. Beautiful. Exhaling. If you fall out, just try again. Take another deep inhale, maybe lifting that left foot a little bit up higher. And exhale, coming back up. Bring your hands in the hips, straighten your left leg. And bring the left foot to the mat. Shaking out the legs. And sing along a little bit, why not? Bring your block on the right outside of your left foot. Hands on the hips. Stepping the right foot back. Right toes are turned in, heels are in one line. Bring the upper body forward. Bring the left hip back. Bring your left hand on your left bum. Bring your right arm up. Inhale. And exhale, reaching forward. Inhale, make some more space. Then bring your hands on the block. Bring your right shoulder over the left ankle. The left shoulder up. Looking up. And straighten out that left arm. For revolve triangle pose. And see if you can press your ball of your foot a little bit more into the mat. Gives you a little bit more stability. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhale, maybe lifting the chest a little bit more. Exhale, looking down. Inhale, coming up. Spreading the arms and bring the weight into the left foot. Catching the right ankle into your hand. Bring the left arm up to lengthen. And then slowly start to lift that right foot up, coming forward. Looking to one point in front of you. Stay here for a few breaths. If you fall out, just start again. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhale, maybe lifting some more. And exhale, coming back. Hands in the hips, maybe straighten that right leg out for one more movement. And bring your feet down. Shaking out the legs. Getting ready for some Surya B. Skip this one. Big toes touching. Heels apart. Roll the shoulders back. Hands in front of the heart. Maybe close your eyes for a moment. Exhale. Inhale, open the eyes again. Take another deep exhale. Inhale, spreading the arms wide, looking up, big circle. Exhale, folding forward and down. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, jump to a low plank or step to a downward facing dog, yogi's choice. Go through vinyasa if you like. Upward facing dog and back to downward facing dog. And take a deep breath here. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale, bring the right leg up. Step the right foot between the hands. Left heel circles down. Coming up on an inhale for warrior number one. Hand palms touching. Exhale. Front knee deeply bent. Back leg is straight. Lifting up the chest a little bit more. Maybe bring the torso a little bit more to the front. Inhaling. And exhaling. Take another deep inhale to lengthen. And exhale, open to warrior number two. Gazing over your right fingertips to the front. Dropping the shoulders down. Maybe looking over your left arm for a moment. Your arms are in line. Engaging your upper arms. Exhale. Take one more deep inhale. Exhale. Then on inhale, circle your hands down to the mat. And step to a low plank. For vinyasa, or go to downward facing dog. Feel free to skip the vinyasa at any moment. If it feels too much for you, for your breath. Other side, on an inhale, left leg coming up. Left foot between the hands. Right heel circles down. Coming up on an inhale. Warrior number one. Exhale. Inhaling. Exhaling. Check, is your front knee deeply bent? Maybe come a little bit more forward with the front knee so it's right over your ankle. Take another deep inhale here. And exhale. Open. Warrior number two. Keeping the front knee deeply bent and pointing right in the middle. Relaxing the shoulders. Strong arms. Inhaling. Exhaling. Take another deep inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, circle the hands back to the mat. Go through vinyasa. Upward facing dog on an inhale. And downward facing dog on an exhale. Inhaling. And exhaling. Take another deep inhale here. And exhale. Bend the knees, look at your hands. Step or jump forward. Straighten your legs, lift the chest. And exhale, falling down. Bend your knees, bring your fingertips to the mat. Inhale, lifting the arms. Utkatasana, sit a little bit deeper. Inhale, straighten the legs, looking up. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. Inhale, exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, folding forward, straightening the legs. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, flying back, chaturanga, or stepping to a downward facing dog. Coming for an upward facing dog. Back to a downward facing dog. Exhale wherever you are. Inhale, right leg coming up. Right foot between the hands. Left heel circles down. Coming up. Warrior number one. Exhale. Inhale to lengthen. And exhale, open. Warrior number two. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhale, bring the hand palms up. Your left hand on your left leg, right arm coming up, reverse warrior. Feel a stretch on the outside of the right side of the body. Inhaling. Exhaling. Take another inhale to lengthen. Exhale. Inhale, coming back up. Straighten the front knee, lifting up the kneecaps. Then reach forward with your right hand as far as you can. Bring your hands on your ankle or shin. Bring the chest up. Straighten the left arm up. Looking up. Utthita. Trikonasana. Inhaling. Exhaling. You can maybe bring your right shoulder a little bit more forward, your left shoulder a little bit more back so your shoulders are in one line. Take one more deep inhale here. Exhale, looking at your front foot. Inhale, coming up at the upper body. And exhale, bending the front knee. And then circle the hands back to the floor on an inhale. And go for a vinyasa. Or go to a downward facing dog. Don't ever feel pressured into doing these vinyasas. Feel free to skip them. I said it already, but you might want to hear it again. Exhale wherever you are, going for the other side. Inhale, bring your left leg up. Step the left foot between the hands. Right heel circles down, coming up. Warrior number one, lengthening out. Exhale. Inhale, maybe lengthen some more, straighten those arms. Exhale, open, warrior number two. Shoulders are low, arms are straight. See if you can tuck the tailbone a little bit more under towards the mat. On an inhale, hand palm up towards the ceiling. Bring the right hand back on the back leg. Left arm coming up. Reverse warrior. Lengthening out the left side of the body. Exhale. Now all these ladies here have their knees perfectly nice above their ankle. I hope you're doing it at home as well. Inhale, lengthening some more. And exhale, coming back up. Then straighten that front leg, lifting up the kneecap and reaching forward with your left hand as far as you can. Bring your hand to the floor, to your ankle or shin, whatever it hits first. Then bring your right arm up, looking up. What do you do with your neck when you look up? Can you keep your neck long? Tuck the chin in maybe a little bit more. Inhale and exhale. Take another deep inhale and exhale, looking down. Inhale, coming up with the upper body. Exhale, bending that front knee. And circle the hands back to the mat. And go for another vinyasa if you like. Or a downward facing dog. Moving through the vinyasa, using the breath, making sure the breath leads you there. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhaling. And exhaling. Take another deep inhale. And exhale. Bend the knees, look at the hands, step or jump forward. Straighten the legs, lift the chest on an inhale. And exhale, folding down. Bend the knees, brush your fingertips on the floor, then lift your arms on an inhale. Utkatasana, sitting just deeper. Inhale, straighten the legs, looking up. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana. Inhale, lifting the arms. Exhale, folding forward, straighten the legs. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, flying back to a Chaturanga. Go through the Vinyasa. Very nice, keeping the shoulders away from the ears when you're in upward facing dog. Back to a downward. Inhale, bring the right leg up. Step the right foot between the hands. Left heel circles down. Inhale, warrior number one. Exhale, warrior number two. Inhale, reaching forward with your right hand. Bring your right hand on the inside of the right foot. Maybe use a block for a little bit of height. Bring your chest up, straightening out that left arm. Then bring your left arm over the head. For Utthita Parshvakonasana. Looking under your armpits to the ceiling. Feeling that long line from the back foot all the way to the fingertips of your front hand. Inhaling. And exhaling, take one more deep inhale here. Maybe lengthening out some more. Exhale, looking down. Left hand on the left hip. The right hand forward and outside of the right foot. Kicking up the back leg. Getting ready for Ardha Chandrasana. Opening up to the side. Straightening the back leg, straightening your arm. Looking up. Maybe, if you can. Maybe bring the hips a little bit more in one line. Pressing the ball, the heel of your back foot away. Take one more deep inhale here. And exhale, bring the left hand down. Level the hips. And step back to a downward facing dog. Maybe you want to stay in down dog for a moment. Take a breath. Still have the other side to do. Inhaling. And exhaling. Left leg coming up on an inhale. Step the left foot between the hands. Right heel circles down, coming up. Warrior number one. Exhale, open. Warrior number two. Inhale, reaching forward with that left hand on the inside of the left foot. Maybe use that block again. Bring the chest forward and up, straightening that right arm up and bring it over the head to the middle of the room. Looking under that armpit. Keeping the neck long as you do. Inhaling. Exhaling, take another deep inhale here, lengthen. And exhale, looking down. Bring your right hand on the right hip, left hand forward and outside of the left foot. And kick up the back leg, flex the foot. Pull the heel away, bring your right arm up, and maybe looking up as well. Over that right hand to the ceiling. If that's a bit uncomfortable for now, maybe just look right in front of you. Perfectly fine. Take one more deep inhale, lengthening out in all directions. And exhale, bring the right arm down, level the hips, and step to a downward facing dog. Take a vinyasa if you like. Stay in downward facing dog if you like. Yogi's choice, choose wisely. Back in downward facing dog. Let's do one more thing here. Let's go straight with the right leg up on an inhale. Right foot between the hands. Left heel circles down. Inhale. Warrior number 1. Exhale. Warrior number 2. Let's go to warrior number 3. Bring your left hand forward to the right hand. Lift up the left heel. Then bring the weight onto your right leg. Straighten both legs. Maybe first bring your hands in front of your heart as you're straightening both those legs. And if you're stable, maybe you can straighten out your arms in front of you for warrior number 3. Stay there for breaths. Inhaling. Exhaling. Maybe bring the left hip a little bit more down towards the floor. Take one more deep inhale. And exhale, stepping back with the back foot. Coming back to a downward facing dog. Taking a breath. Exhale. Inhale, bring the left foot up. Step the left foot between the hands. Right heel circles down, coming up, warrior number 1. Exhale, open, warrior number 2. Warrior number 3, bring your right hand to the left, palms touching. Slowly bring the weight onto the left foot, straighten that back leg, straighten both legs. Maybe bring your hands into the heart, first in front of the heart, or maybe straighten out both legs. Really feel that foot you're standing on. Beautiful, Rosie. Keep that gaze right in front of you. Take one more deep inhale. And exhale, just step back to a downward facing dog. Step back to a warrior, that's also totally fine. Take another vinyasa if you like. Shoulders forward, high push-up plank. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Exhaling. Inhaling. One more exhale here. Inhale, bring the right leg up. Bend the right knee. Bring the right knee on the outside of the right wrist onto the mat. Wiggle the right foot a little bit forward. Maybe use your left hand and straighten out the left leg as far as you can. Bring the hips in one line. Come high on your fingertips. Inhale, lengthen. And take a few breaths. To walk your hands forward. Lengthening out the upper body. And slowly coming down to the floor. Maybe you want to rest on your elbows. Maybe bring your forehead on your hands. Or maybe your forehead on the floor. Ekapada, Raja Kapotasana, pigeon pose. Another pose to allow the breath to slow down again. After Surya B, the warrior poses. At the same time feeling right hip stretching. Maybe feel stiffness. There's nothing wrong with that. Stiffness is okay. If it's real pain, then you really have to change something about the position. If you feel stiffness, see if you can sink into it a little bit more with every exhale.
It's when the beauty starts to unfold. When I know nothing. It's when I'm neither young nor old.
Bringing the awareness in as well.
It's when I start to see your face.
Becoming aware of any thoughts you might have.
It's when I'm wrapped inside of your grace.
That is perfectly normal as well, as you all know. Just acknowledge that they're there. Take a deep exhale to maybe let them go. Just as the breath. A few more breaths here. Making sure your hips are in one line, so maybe you have a tendency to drop your left hip to the floor here. See if you can lift it up so your hips are even an even distance from the floor and in line with each other.
When I think I'm this
Take one
body,
deep
the
exhale.
light inside begins to
And on an inhale, bring your hands under your shoulders. Now start to roll yourself up. And then bring your right knee to the middle of the mat. The right foot to the left. Bring your left knee on the inside of the right knee. The left foot to the right. And slowly coming down. Maybe sitting on your sit bones. Maybe use a block. Maybe use 2 blocks. 3 blocks. However much it takes to sit down. Maybe you can use your thumb to put it in your right hip crease to bring that right hip a little bit more down. And bring your left hand on your right, the middle fingers on top of each other, and rest them on your knee. Close your eyes for a moment. Inhale, lengthen out from the lower back so you're really sitting up straight. Hips to open up a little bit more so it becomes easier to sit. Exhale. Inhale, open up the eyes. And bring your right hand to the right, thumb turned down. Then bring your hand on your back and pull your hand up in between your shoulder blades. Maybe use your shoulder to roll up. Your left arm in a big circle, up, bending the elbow, and see if you can grab your fingers, your hands. If it feels a little bit far away, maybe you can just grab something like beside you, like a towel. Using the towel to bring the hands a little bit closer together. Left elbow, away from the head. Chin a little bit more to the chest. Maybe closing the eyes again. Maybe tucking in the lower ribs a little more as well. A few breaths here.
When I think I am separate from the magic inherent in each breath. When I think I am separate, I'm failing one of life's greatest tests.
Here.
When I think I am separate,
Inhale, open up the eyes. Let go of the hands.
no sail. When I think I am
Relax the arms, maybe roll the shoulders
you're right
forward and
beside
back.
me, but I think no
Bring your hands forward to remove the block. And step to a downward facing dog. Or maybe somehow jump to Chaturanga here, Yogi's Choice. Staying downward dog for a breath. Go through Vinyasa if you like.
that makes the river flow. When I know I'm connected to the magic that makes my
Ladies
heart
here,
grow.
still
When I know I'm connected
extra
to each and
heat in their body. Exhaling downward facing dog. Let's go for the other side. Lifting up the left leg on an inhale. Landing the left knee. Moving the left knee on the outside of the left wrist. Wiggling your right foot a little bit more forwards. Straightening out the left foot forwards. Your right leg back. Let's not get confused. Inhale. Lifting up. And exhale. Actually use a few breaths to walk your hands forward. Take your time to really lengthen out the body. Lifting the chest a little bit more maybe. Before you go to the floor, resting your head on your hand, or maybe resting the forehead on the floor, straightening out the arms. Feet to pose on the other side. Maybe noticing the difference between this side and the other side. But none of us are really completely symmetrical. Make sure you don't start to compare or judge or label. Take it as it is. A few more breaths. On an inhale, maybe lengthening out some more. On an exhale, maybe coming a little bit deeper into the pose. Take one last deep exhale. And on an inhale, bring your hands under your shoulders. Slowly coming up again. Then bring your left knee in the middle of the mat. Your right knee behind the left knee. And slowly come back to sit. Using a block again if you like. Maybe just sitting on your sit bones on the mat. Maybe use that thumb now to bring it in your left hip crease. Maybe you can turn that left thigh a little bit more out, opening the hips a little bit more. Bring the right hand on top of the left, middle fingers on top of each other, and rest your hands on your knee, your top knee, closing the eyes again. On an inhale, lengthening out some more from the lower back, without really losing any touch. Your sit bone still on your block or the mat. Sinking deeper into the pose for a few breaths. Exhale. Inhale, open up your eyes. Your left hand to the left with the thumb down. Then bring your arm on your back, your hands on your back. Rolling the shoulder back and forth to bring your hand a little higher. Then bring your right hand up, bending the right elbow. Holding the fingers, holding your hands. Maybe again using that blanket or that t-shirt. Maybe roll the left shoulder a little bit more back. Bring the right shoulder a little bit more up and away from the head. Tuck the chin in, maybe closing the eyes again. Gomukhasana, cow face pose. See if you can sit up straight. See if you can relax the shoulders. Bring them a little bit more away from the ears. Take another deep exhale. Inhale, open up the eyes. Let go of the hands. Maybe moving the shoulders, maybe moving the arms, maybe shaking out the wrists. Bring your hands forward to remove the block. And come to a downward facing dog one more time. Give yourself another good stretch. Spread those fingers wide again, lifting up the sitting bones. Then bend your knees, look at your hands, and see if you can jump through to come to sit. Straighten out the legs in front of you. Come to the front of your sitting bones. Legs are straight, feet are flexed, pull the toes towards you. Inhale, lifting up the arms, lengthening out the upper body. Exhale, reaching forward. Inhale, make some more space, bring the shoulders back. Don't let the shoulders come all the way to your ears. And see if you can hold the outsides of your feet here. Pull the outside towards you. Use the thumb to press the balls of your feet away. Inhale, lifting up the chest. And exhale, folding forward into Paschimottanasana. Bring your belly in the direction of your upper legs. Keep your back straight if you can. Keep lifting up the chest a little bit more on an inhale. So you don't start to round the back too much. Closing the eyes again if you like. Really focusing on the breath. Feeling the stretch. The whole back side of the body. The backs of the legs. The lower back. The middle back. Making sure you relax your shoulders. Relax the arms. Using every inhale, maybe create some more space. And exhale. A little bit more forward. Just a few more breaths. For people at home, if you cannot touch your feet, you can just rest your hands on your ankles. Maybe just rest your hands on the floor. Make sure you press the backs of the legs into the mat, so you really keep those legs active. Take another deep inhale, maybe lifting the chest one more time. Exhale, calming everything. Inhale, lifting the chest, straighten out the back of the leg. Then let go of the feet, slowly coming up. Bring the feet together, bring your hands under your shoulders, or maybe even a little bit away from the shoulder, depending on how long your arms are. Fingers are facing forwards. Inhale, lifting the chest, straighten the arms. And exhale, lifting the hips. Bring the toes together, all the way to the mat. Lift the head and let the head hang back. Inhaling. And exhaling. Another deep deep inhale. Keep pressing those hands in the mat. Lifting up the hips a little bit more. And inhale, lifting up the head, chin to the chest. Sit and bounce back to the mat. Bend the knees, hold the backs of the legs. And then bring the lower legs parallel to the mat. Flex the feet, lifting again from the lower back. Straightening out the arms. And straightening the legs. Navasana. Bow pose. Inhaling. And exhaling. Take another deep inhale here, maybe lifting up just a little bit more. And exhale, bend the knees. Cross the ankles, hold the feet. And roll over the shin. Come to a downward facing dog. Really, come to another vinyasa if you like. All yoga is yours. Stay here for a breath in downward facing dog. Then bring the shoulders forward for a high push-up then. And exhale, lower the body down. Then bring your forearms on the mat. Your elbows under your shoulders. So you can really roll your forearms a little bit more in, so you're really pressing the thumb and the index finger into the mat. And see if you can maybe bring the shoulders a little bit, elbows a little bit more back, lifting up the chest. Press the feet into the mat. For swings, keeping the neck long. Maybe closing your eyes for a moment. Maybe pressing the hands a little bit more into the mat, or the floor in front of you. So you can pull yourself a little bit more forward. So if you're pulling the floor towards you, bringing your chest a little bit more forward. Arching it back. Another deep inhale. And exhale. Lower the head down, maybe bring the hands under your forehead. Relax the lower back for a moment. Move your hips from left to right. Letting go. For just a little moment. Then bring your hands back under the shoulders. Back to hands and knees. And come back to the downward facing dog. Stretching out again. Especially that lower back. Feel like you can lengthen it out a little bit more. Then bring your knees to the mat. Keep your toes tucked under. Bring the sit bones towards the heels. Straighten out the arms. Look in between the hands. And then dive in between the hands and the chest and the chin onto the floor. Ashtanga Namaskar. So kiss the toes, the knees, the chest and the hands. In my case, also the mic somehow on the floor. Luckily you don't have to worry about that. Make sure your elbows are pointing up. Stay for a few more breaths if you can. Inhaling. Now, I'm sort of sliding out because I can't put my chin in it. On an inhale, bring the chest forwards. Coming up for a cobra. Staying here for a few breaths. Exhale. Inhale, maybe lifting a little bit more. Pressing the feet into the mat. Exhale. Lifting the hands off the mat as well. One more time. We did it in the beginning. Maybe lifting up a little bit more without the hands. And slowly coming back down. Hands under the forehead. Let the heels fall to the side. Big toes touching. Moving the hips from left to right if you like. Giving yourself a little massage. Massage for the lower back. Now bring the ankles and heels together. Press both feet into the mat. Your forehead is on your hands. Press the left foot a little bit more into the mat. Then straighten that right leg and lift it off the mat. Off the mat. So it's just the right leg coming up. See if you can bring your right hip a little bit more down so your hips stay in line. Inhale, lift it. Exhale. Take another deep inhale, maybe lifting up to a maximum. And exhale, bring the leg back down. Now pressing that right foot a little bit more into the mat. And lifting up that left leg. Lengthening it out, lifting it up the mat. Bringing the hip a little bit more down again. So it's just the leg really that's coming up. Inhaling. Exhaling. Take one more deep inhale. Keep breathing. And exhale, lower down. Let's do both feet now. Bring your ankles and heels together. Both feet pressing into the mat. Inhaling. Exhale, straightening the legs. Lifting them both off the mat. Keeping your forehead on the floor on your hands. Just concentrate on the lower part of the body. Inhaling. Exhaling, maybe spreading the toes wide. Inhale, coming up to a maximum. Upper legs maybe coming off the mat. And exhale, letting go again. Do what you need to do to completely relax between these poses. Let the heels fall out to the sides. Move your hips from left to right. Feel that you can relax before you get deeper into these back bends. Bring your heels back together again. Now bring your arms back, your forehead back on the mat. Interlace your fingers behind you, roll the shoulders back, straighten the arms. Press the feet into the mat, inhale and exhale. Bring your chest forward and up. So it's just the chest coming up. Using the feet as an anchor, press the feet firmly into the mat. Maybe lifting up a little bit more. Inhale, coming to a maximum, lifting up as high as you can. Keep pressing those feet into the mat. And exhale, coming down. Right ear to the mat. Relax your arms. Relax your hands. And move your hips again. From left to right. Giving yourself another little massage. Going for full Shalabhasana now. Bring the forehead back on the mat. Your ankles and heels together. Now bring your hands on your thighs, the palms of the hands on the thighs. Roll the shoulders back, straightening the arms. Inhale, exhale, bring the chest forward and up. And the legs back and up. So both the chest and the legs are off the mat. Rolling the shoulders a little bit more back. Sliding the hands along the legs towards the feet. Inhaling, lifting a little bit more. Exhaling. Take one more deep inhale. Come to a maximum. And exhale, coming down. Left ear on the mat. Moving from left to right with the hips. Let the heels fall to the sides. Feel how this opens the space in the lower back, this eye joint. Then bring the forehead back on the mat. Bend your knees and grab your ankles with your hands. Flex the feet, point the toes back. Bring your knees hip width, so don't let the knees slide out. Inhale and exhale, lifting up. The legs, pressing the ankles into the hands. And bring the chest up, Dhanurasana, very nice. Keeping the shoulders low, away from the ears. Inhale, lifting the feet up towards the ceiling. The legs off the mat, exhale. Take another deep inhale here, maybe coming up to a maximum. And exhale, coming back down, other side of the face to the mat. Left or right, it doesn't matter, as long as you switch every now and then. Relaxing completely. Before going into one more Dhanurasana, forehead back on the mat. Bending the knees, holding the ankles. Flexing the feet, toes are pointing back. Bring the knees back to hip width. Inhale and exhale, lifting up the legs, pressing the ankles into the hands, bringing the chest forward and up. Beautiful. Inhaling and exhaling. Keeping the neck long in line with the spine. Take another deep inhale. Come to a maximum, lifting the chest a little bit more. And exhale. Letting go. Relaxing the legs, the arms, the head, and most importantly, the lower back. Move from left to right with the hips if you like. Then straighten out the arms in front of you. Press the hands to the mat, lift the chest, and bring your right arm under the left and roll over your right side onto your back. Bend the knees, bring the feet flat on the mat. Your knees are again hip width. See if you can brush your heels with your middle fingers. If not, bring the heels a little bit closer. Getting ready for Setu Bandhasana. Inhale. Exhale, lifting up the hips. Lift them up high. Interlace the fingers underneath you. And roll the shoulders under. Bring the shoulders towards each other. Pressing the lower arms into the mat. Lifting up the hips a little bit more. The chest a little bit more towards the face. Now stay here if this is enough for now. Or come to a full bridge. Then bring your hands beside the ears. And lift yourself up. Pushing away. Straighten the arms, maybe straighten the legs. Rosie, bring your knees a little bit more in line with the hips. A little bit closer. Ah, okay, I see, yes. Beautiful, ladies. Inhale. Exhale, take one more deep inhale if you can. And exhale, slowly coming out. Continue to the chest, the back to the mat. The feet as wide as the mat. And your knees together. Maybe spreading the arms on the mat. Closing your eyes for a moment. Going for one more. Open up the eyes. Bring your knees back to hip width. Hands on the mat. Maybe brushing your middle fingers against the heels. Inhale. Exhale, lifting up the hips. Interlace the fingers underneath you. Roll the shoulders under. Pressing those arms into the mat. Again, stay here if this is enough for now. Or come to a full bridge. Hands beside the ears. Pressing yourself up. Straightening the arms. Yes, you can bring your elbows a little bit closer together so don't let your elbows fall out. Very nice. Inhale. Be sure to relax the head. Maybe move it from left to right. Maybe shake it a little bit. Inhale. Can you lift up a little bit more? Come to a maximum. And exhale. Coming down. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Take your time. If your back is fully on the mat, you can bring your knees to the chest. If you like. And you can hold them there. Maybe moving from left to right. Or maybe making small circles. Relaxing the back again. Especially the lower back. And let's get ready for a twist. Maybe first straighten out the legs towards the ceiling. Give them a good little shake. Let's see if you can bring your right leg over the left. Your right foot behind the left calf. Bring the left foot flat on the mat. Lift the left hip a little bit so you can bring your knees to the right. Keeping your spine in a straight line while you slowly come into the twist. Bring your knees to the floor. Turn your head to the right. And maybe closing your eyes. With every exhale, come a little bit closer, a little bit deeper. Make it a habit to monitor your mental emotional state through self-observation. Am I at ease at this moment? Is a good question to ask yourself frequently. Or you can ask, what's going on inside me at this moment? Be at least as interested in what goes on inside you as what happens outside. If you get the inside right, the outside will fall into place. Primary reality is within, secondary reality without. But don't answer those questions immediately. First direct your attention inward, slowly lifting legs. Maybe straightening out, shaking out the legs to the ceiling. Before coming to a twist. We'll twist to the other side. Bring the left leg over the right if you like. Left foot behind the right calf. Bring the knees to the right. Turn the legs to the left. If this bind is a bit too much for your legs, just keep the knees together. Slowly direct them to the right, to the floor. So, have a look inside yourself. What kind of thoughts is your mind producing? What do you feel? Direct your attention into the body. Is there any tension? Once you detect that there is a low level of unease, the background static, see in what way you are avoiding, resisting, or denying life. By denying the now. There are many ways in which you unconsciously resist the present moment. With practice, your power of self-observation, of monitoring your inner state, will become sharpened. Lift up the knees again. Straighten out the legs towards the ceiling. Another good shake. Shake out the arms as well. Shake everything out using the breath. And slowly bring the knees back to your chest. And roll to your right side. Use your left hand to bring yourself up and come to sit at the front of your mat. Going for a shoulder stand. If for whatever reason you don't want to do shoulder stand, you can't do shoulder stand today, maybe you have stiffness in your neck, maybe you're a lady in the moon days, maybe just slide down on your back, the soles of the feet touching. If you're coming to shoulder stand, first come to plow, rolling back. Bring the feet, let's see which way I'm going to do this. Maybe this way. Bring the feet to the floor behind the head, toes touching the floor. Interlace the fingers behind you. Roll the shoulders under. Press the elbows firmly into the mat. See if you can bring your hips a little bit more over the face. Then bend the elbows. Bring your hands into the mat. Relax your hands, all fingers pointing up. And bring one leg up. And the other leg as well. Bring the ankles together. Turn the upper thighs a little bit. Turn the thighs in. And looking over your toes to the ceiling. Or maybe just close your eyes again. See if you can find some comfort in this space. Asana, see if you can relax your hands a little more. Don't look at me. Yes, that's it. A lot of us have a tendency to really cramp our hands here because we want to carry that weight in our hands. See if you can fully relax both the wrists and the hands. A few more breaths. Maybe straightening the toes out all the way to the ceiling. Lengthening the front of the legs. Maybe pulling the toes towards you. Pressing the heels away so you really can lengthen out some more. If you feel extra space, maybe you can walk your hands a little bit closer to the shoulder blades. Putting yourself up even more straight. Take one more deep breath here. Inhale. And with your next exhale, slowly start to lower your legs. Bring your toes back to the floor over the head. See if you can straighten your legs again. Then interlace your fingers behind you. Rolling the shoulders under again, coming up the neck. Stay here for a few breaths in plow pose. Inhaling. Exhaling. One more deep inhale. Straightening the legs, pressing the heels away one more time. Then letting go of the hands, bring the hands flat on the mat and slowly, slowly, slowly roll your back towards the mat. Maybe keeping your legs straight while you do it. If it's more comfortable, you can bend the knees as well. Baby, bring the legs down. One straight movement, keeping them straight. Using those belly muscles, very nice. And then flex the feet. Pull the toes towards you. Going for fish pose. Bring your hands under your legs. Hand palms facing up. Bring the elbows closing and press up onto your elbows. Bring your belly in on an inhale. Bring the chest up and exhale. Bring your head down to the floor behind you. Opening up the throat. Inhale into the chest. Exhale through the mouth if you like. Do it 3 times, counting your own breath. Inhale. Exhale. Maybe the last time. Inhaling. And exhale. Lifting up the head again, looking at your feet. And slowly coming down on the mat. Getting ready for Shavasana. The final relaxation. Do what you need to do to really completely relax. Take the space you need, spreading the arms away from the body, hand palms up. Spreading the legs as well. Let the toes fall to the side. Close the eyes. And surrender to gravity for just a few minutes. deepen the breath. Bring some movement back in the body. Move your fingers, your toes, your ankles and wrists. And get ready to stretch out. Stretching your arms overhead, maybe interlacing the fingers, maybe holding opposite elbows. Stretching out the legs. Pulling the toes toward you. Pressing the heels away. And then when you're ready, bend your knees. Bend your knees to the chest. Hold them there for a while. Make some movements, if you like, from left to right. And then with the eyes closed, roll to your right side. Stay on your right side for a breath or two. Stay completely relaxed. And then using your left hand to press yourself up and come back to sit. Maybe keeping the eyes closed all the way, finding your block. Sit back on the block, hands resting, the knees or upper legs. Sitting up straight. Maybe lengthening out some more from the lower back. Relaxing the shoulders. Relaxing the face. And then join the hands together in front of the heart. Exhale deeply. Take a deep inhale. Take another deep inhale. And one more deep inhale, fill up the chest. Om Bolo Sadguru, Bhagavan Ki. Jai. Slowly bowing forward. Bring your body to the floor, straightening out the arms, hand palms facing up. One last bow towards that inner guru, your inner teacher. Keep listening to your inner teacher. And then slowly come back up. Namaste. 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 Namaste to the people joining outside, the ladies in the room. Have a good night, everyone. And tomorrow, the studio is open again, so maybe see you again for real. Have a great time.
Sitaram, 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 Sitaram. Iram de